Thank you for joining us here on NetwebTV. This morning we're out at Cerebra, a social media marketing company. We'll find out from Mike Stopforth what exactly they do. So Mike, what do you guys do here?
It's an interesting thing, social media, because there's a lot of hype and a lot of buzz around our space. Yes. And I guess what we're trying to do as a company is slow things down for people, help them understand that maybe it's not as geeky and techie as everybody, I think, seems to think, and rather make it easy for people to understand social media and the web and use it to, I guess, improve their businesses.
As a social media company, how do you guys market yourselves? What are the relevant places for you guys to spread the word about social media?
I guess we're pretty lucky in the sense that we're very niche. So when we began our business 3 years ago, we had the option of being a web design company. Yes. We had the option of being an advertising agency. We had so we could have operated in any one of those spaces, and instead we decided to be a dedicated social media company. That could still be a bad idea, I'm not sure, but for us it's worked really well because being so niche, people tend to hear about us quickly, and that's quite nice. So generally we've been able to benefit from a lot of word-of-mouth marketing. We do a lot of education, so we do a lot of workshops and we speak at quite a few industry conferences, and a lot of business comes directly from that. So as we educate the market, so the market tends to respond with business.
But wouldn't it take a lot of capital to start up a company like that, seeing that it hasn't been done before in South Africa?
The nice part about starting a business on the web, as we did, was that we could literally begin with nothing. Except a couple of laptops and a whole bunch of initiative. Work from the rooms in our houses and build up momentum from there. So I just happened to choose a type of business that didn't require a lot of capital to start up with. And glad to say that we haven't really landed up in a position where we owe anybody money to this point, and that's really cool because I think a lot of young entrepreneurs start up with a great idea, they get some really good momentum going, but then they land up in somebody's pockets, and that can be a big burden on their shoulders.
As a social media company with so many platforms out there, which ones do you guys use the most?
We believe that the proof of the pudding is in the eating. We don't want to be the kind of company that sells something that we don't use. Because I believe that's the best way to sell yourself, is to show people that you actually use the platform that you are hoping to get some money from them for. So all of the people in our office use those platforms. We share information via our blogs, our Twitter accounts, our Facebook accounts. Our clients use those platforms, and we collaborate and connect and share information on those platforms, and hopefully in the process, as each of those people build up their social graphs, we get to a point where it makes it more accessible for people trying to get into the space. Yes. And for potential customers.
I know you guys also do the 27 dinner. I've been to a couple of them. How have they contributed to your business?
The idea was, and people, if they're interested to check it out, can go to 27dinner.com or 27dinners.com, either one will work, is that we wanted to build a space where ordinary people could come together to discuss ideas for making the world better, for business, for using the web, whatever it is, whatever the subject on the evening is, in a very cool, informal, social space around good food and good wine and good conversation. Essentially, that's been really successful in an indirect way. And I guess the more we invest in the community around social media, the more they tend to invest back in us, and that's really worked in our favor.
Mike, you said you guys have been running for 3 years. What is it that you know now, 3 years later, which you didn't know when you first started, that if you did, you probably would have done differently?
The one thing I would change is that I would concentrate more on systems and operations earlier on in the business, because once you get into a habit of doing business badly, and I don't mean doing business wrong, but if you manage your business badly, it's very difficult to recover that once you've got those bad habits in place. So I would definitely concentrate more on systems and operations up front, because it can be difficult it's a little bit like starting golf and developing bad habits in your swing up front. It's very difficult to take those out at a later stage than if you went to lessons in the first place and got it fixed up front.
Who are your largest clients, Mike?
We're really privileged to deal with Standard Bank. We do a lot of work with Samsung Mobile. We run their blog for them. We do a lot of work with Toyota. We run a series of blogs for different car models in their range. We've done work for Calvin Klein, Westbank, ABSA, Converse shoes. So we've had some really cool clients, and yeah, we've learned a lot in the process. Some almighty failures as well, but I guess no young business is complete without a few
Yes, and
blunders.
you learn a lot from those.
Well, I'd hope so, yeah.
Mike, thank you. Thanks a lot for your time. It was great chatting to you. Thank you for joining us on NetwebTV. My name is Mongezi Mtati. Till next time.